Welcome back to another episode of Dad's Rad Fords. Wait, no, Dad's Rad Bicycles. Dad's Rad Bikes, yes. Today's gonna be a bike video. I know Ruby's behind me, she's still broke. Parts just showed up for the trans yesterday. Anyways, yeah, Dad's Rad Bike video. Super pumped because we are getting ready for the bike show. South Alabama, Southish Alabama, close to Birmingham. Not South Alabama, Middle Alabama, I guess. I don't know where I'm going. Alabama. Big bike show, BMX Recycle is the show. We love it. It's not a huge show, but for us in our area, it's a pretty big show. It's the biggest one we got around here. So Maddie had been kind of bugging me, not bugging me, but she's been talking like, Dad, I want to build a bike. Do you have anything kind of blank we can do, whatever? Thunderbird themed bike, like I don't know if you've seen my motorsport bike. We can put a picture of it in here. I built a motorsport themed bike that we take to the car shows sometimes with the cars. So I got to thinking, I was like, okay, well, I got this kind of blank canvas of a Haro that I bought at this very bike show last year. It's a 91 Haro Group 1 for any of you bike nerds out there. And I was like, yeah, we can do something. It's just a chrome bike, blank canvas, you can do what you want to it. So yeah, I was like, all right, cool. Got in touch with some people, got some decals made up, I'll show you that in a minute, and then the bike obviously needs to be clean. So that was Maddie's job. I was like, you wanna build a bike? First part is, I enjoy it, but most people think it's probably the worst part is getting them clean, restoring them, cleaning them up. So she was over here the other day, cleaned this thing up, polished it up, got out the Neverdull, the Turtle Wax chrome polish, and it looks great. So now, before we get into heading to the bike show, we're going to build out Maddie's Thunderbird bike. And we'll show you that now. Well, actually, I guess we'll cut to the footage of her cleaning. I think she did a bunch of time-lapse stuff, cleaning it, and then we'll live action, put this thing together, see what kind of rad unit we end up with. It is a cool bike. It's a 91 Haro, like I just said. I got a super cool early 90s Weinman wheel set with ACS hubs. Some other rad parts we got from our boy at Pork Chop. He always comes through on the bike parts. If you guys out there need any bike part, if you need a tube for your bicycle, hit up Pork Chop BMX. He's your guy. Whatever you might need. So yeah, watch this time-lapse footage of Maddie cleaning this 91 Haro Group 1.
This right here was an experiment. See that old can right there? It looks super old. Yeah, well, that's because it is old. We found that in my house whenever we were cleaning it out, whenever I bought it. And my house is from 1981, so it's super old. It worked, but I like Neverdull better. Looking pretty good. This is the side I've done, the side I've not done. Pretty good. Alright, we're going to do a little unboxing for all the stuff that I picked out from Pork Chop's website. And I had kind of like a red chrome kind of theme that I wanted to go with because I thought that it would look really good with like the other silver chrome that's on everything else. So first, this is my favorite that I got. These are the pedals. Oh my gosh, look at them. They're so cool. These bear trap pedals, love them. I love the reflectors and everything on them. So cool. SE, yeah, these are gonna look super rad. Then to match this chain, I mean, that's gonna look so cool. You can't really tell. I feel like the plastic is kind of taking a little bit of the red away, but then I got this super cool red shiny brake cable. Pretty cool. Dig that. Saw these donuts on the website. How freaking perfect is that? A T-Bird bike, some wing donuts. Shoot, yeah. You know the deal. We like dice around here. If you've seen Ladybird, you know her locks have dice on them, so yeah, that's pretty fitting. Then we got this bracket set. Pretty boring, but much needed.
Okay, now for the parts and pieces that Dad's Rad Bike Shop just had laying around. You know the deal, we don't throw nothing away around here, everything's valuable. Red checkered grips, kind of a cool thing, kind of doing a car thing. I figured checkered is definitely a thing. We've got our eye on the red chrome pad set. We'll have to show you that, we just didn't order it. Generic kind of rear brake, I think this is like a copy of a Diacomp Bulldog. Nice, polished up silver rear brake. Set of 3-piece cranks that I had laying around. I think these are, yeah, Power Pro 3-piece cranks. I think, yeah, they're only 165s. They're a little bit short for what I like, but they're gonna look great. We had them laying around. It's gonna work out nice. It's actually the only set of cranks that I had laying around that we could use for what we're doing. Anyways, so they're pretty nice for this bike, but this is a pretty nice bike. If you know what you're looking at, it's pretty cool. So it's gonna kind of level it up. And of course, I had the wheel set and the tires sitting around. These came off of something else. Anyways, and one of my favorite things about this that I just found it the other day is an old school ACS main drive freewheel. Oh yeah, the loud freewheels. If you guys know the deal, you know the deal on the loud freewheels. Back in the day when you were a kid and you're on your Murray and then your buddy pulls up and all you hear when he's pulling up is, you're like, dang, like something about that sound meant that sounds equals rad bike. Sums it up in a nutshell. Rad bike. Rad bike, Colin. Yep, that's it. Yep. What is it? Oh, that's a rad bike. So, yep, there it goes. No denying it. So let's start putting this together. Let me grab some tools and whatnot I'm gonna need and start. I gotta knock these. The bracket she showed you, the boring part she showed you is for, this is a conversion kit for 3-piece cranks. This bike originally had 1-piece cranks. This is a bearing and square taper in kit, because you see this is square in here, this is square, they fit over here. But we need to get some, one thing we'll be looking for at the show, they make, see how that's threaded in there, Maddie? They make an end cap, so Matt can find some anodized red end caps to thread in there. That'd be a nice touch. So yeah, so I think first thing I'm gonna do is knock these bearing races out, which we will obviously save. Generally just a small or a decent sized punch and a hammer will get these old bottom bracket races out. It's literally just a bearing race. Put these in our bike parts bin because it's a couple of good bearing races, because a lot of times when you get like a junked out frame, especially if they're rusted, like all the stuff we get, these things will rust bad because it's the very bottom of the bike. They'll be super rusted, so don't ever throw those away. Oh, and a lot of them are different per side. See how one's thicker than the other? Crank side. New race is going. And just simple. Tap it in there, get it started, work it in with a hammer. If your bike's pretty clean, they'll go in pretty simple. Knock them in until they're flush. Putting our bottom bracket kit in now. I'm trying to, 3-piece cranks can be kind of tricky. It's not like you can just put it on there and send it. You got to kind of make sure you're spaced side to side, and sometimes they're different on the sprocket side, but this one seems to be same. There we go. Bearing on one side, bearing on both sides. Put your little waterproof deal on there. Hope we got enough thread showing. Oh yeah. There we go. Now we got some thread showing. What I try to do is just get equal thread showing on both sides, and we'll probably thread this side in a little more. This side does have this jam nut that kind of keeps the whole stack up tight, so just keep turning them in. Remember, one side's left-hand thread. Got our bottom bracket on. Now we're going to get the cranks fitted on. Yeah, we're going to definitely need to find some caps. Put over some bolt caps.
Yeah, for sure.
Snugging our cranks up here. Just had the bolts in the end there. Yeah. Nice and snug. Oh yeah. All right, putting our sick SE pedals on that Maddie picked out. Thread them into our cranks. This is about to be a sweet looking setup right here, y'all.
All right, we're just gonna put these dice on there, on my valve caps, or put the valve caps on.
You're putting the dice on the valve cap?
Yep, I'm gonna put the dice on the valve cap.
Put the dice valve cap on the valve.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Y'all know
what
we be saying. Look at that.
That looks rad.
Okay, so I was installing our brake. I told you I had this kind of Odyssey Pitbull, or not Odyssey Pitbull, Dicomp Bulldog knockoff brake. But it's a front brake for a freestyle bike. As you can see, the cable would come down and then have to go up under and squeeze, instead of like if it's on a rear brake, it needs to come in from the top, like this brake. This brake comes in, the cable comes in to here and then pulls here, so that's how it squeezes. So you can see how this one comes from the bottom and squeezes from the bottom. So I had this this is an 80s style. This is a Dicomp 900. This is definitely an 80s style brake, but it's all I got for right now. So looks like we're gonna be looking for a correct rear brake at the show. No big deal. So, okay, we'll get to putting this on. I think the black actually kind of goes with a couple of little black different things we're gonna go with, because I think we've decided to do the black seat with the black grip instead of the red seat with the red grips, just because this red's not vibing with this red and we're vibing with this red, and if that red's not vibing with the red we're vibing with, then we can't be vibing, so we're just going with what we're vibing. Okay, so now we can start kind of building our, but we can start building our brake cable. A lot of the bikes, late 80s, early 90s, this started to really be a thing with your nicer high-end bikes. They would weld these brake cable stays on, but if you'll notice, it's only got one here and one at the front of the frame, so it tucks in here. So then you're gonna have exposed cable here and then sheathing from here up to your lever. So you kind of got to you almost have to make two cables when you make these brakes, but fortunately, these already have the ends crimped on. Did this come with another little bag of stuff? Yeah, okay, yeah, and they come with everything you need, because we're gonna need 4 of these, because we gotta have one of these little silver things go on the ends everywhere. So we'll need them so it slips in here, slips in there, slips in the caliper, slips in the lever. So first thing we gotta do is just cut a piece of the sheathing to what is approximate length that you think. So I'm thinking we'll probably, I would like to have a little bit of a bend in it, because I kind of want it, you know, visible for aesthetics. So we'll give it a little, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
Close?
I think that looks good.
Yeah, I like to leave a little bit of a loop in them instead of bringing them super tight. It just kind of gives it a look. And with the trusty dikes, there's probably a better tool for doing this, but it's the tool I got. We got our 2 pieces of sheathing cut to length that we need. So we're gonna now basically assemble our cable. Whenever you buy cables from Pork Chop, I can't speak for everybody else, he gives you all the cable ends. This is the little piece that goes in your lever. And depending on what kind of lever you have, this just goes in the end of it, and then slide your cable on first, and you have to use, they send you all, like I said, these little cable ends, so you slide that on, and then slide this all the way up your cable. First section going in. If you cut them with a pair of dikes like I did, it makes it kind of tough. We'll start from a fresh end. It looks like they cut them from a bad end too. There we go. Pull this all the way up here. You see now that is going to go over the cable like that. That goes over there. That'll go in your lever. You got a nice finished looking cable. It's not going to fray on you. The same on the other end. We'll take another one of these dealy whoppers, slide it over this end of the cable, run it all the way up onto this end. So now we got the first part of our cable made. So I'm going to go ahead and hook it in the lever right here. Get this part kind of situated, and then it sits in the frame like that. Oh, that looks so rad. I know it's kind of a 90s mid-school bike thing, but I love these kind of cable stays. They're just something cool about and I think the reason, somebody correct me in the comments, I'm just going to take a stab at this because I've never been confirmed. I'm thinking that the reason they probably did this late 80s, early 90s is for cable maintenance. Because now, if this part of the cable is exposed, you can take a cable lube or some cable lube and you can actually lube your brake cable. Whereas before, you got to rely on getting some kind of an aerosol lube from this end of the cable. You think you're going to get it all the way up there to the handle? No shot. So that's my theory on that, and I like that theory. So for this video, for right now, until somebody smarter in the comments says different, that's what we're going with. That's your knowledge on brake cable. BMX brake cable stays. It's for the maintenance program, which probably nobody did. Like, I honestly, when I was a kid, I don't think I ever greased my cable. Like my chain, but I think I only ever cleaned my chain because I used to like to clean the shit out of my bike. So I'd bring it in the living room when I was young and like Windex it and wax it down. Then I would clean my chain and then I would lube my chain because I cleaned it, put WD-40 back on it. That's probably about the, yeah, no, I was probably not that good at bike maintenance, but never was a big, never greased my cables. If you're like me, you didn't really pay much attention to your brakes a whole lot. That was for brakes, when I was a kid, brakes were for wussies. All right, now we can pop our wheel set on this rig. And I have to say, I just said it off camera that I think this has all been Maddie's idea, all this colorway. And she is now the, I think she's going to be now the official bike builder of dadsradfords. I'm giving her control of the pork chop account from now on. Our chain lined up, seeing how many links we need to take out. This is just your standard generic chain tool. It's got a little, put your chain in there, and it's got a little, this threaded deal that pushes the pin out of the chain, and most of your chains are going to come with a quick release kit in case you have to take it off. And it does look better if you just put the chain together and press the pin back in, because these, when they send these quick release, there's always silver, so if you have a colored chain, they don't always match. But it is nice for, you know, convenience and maintenance in the future. You don't have to press the chain apart every time you need to work on it like I just did. So I just deal with the one odd colored link, and I put the quick link in there. It doesn't bother me that bad, especially since this chain is red and silver anyways. It should look just fine. Our decals on. Shout out to Miller Graphics right down the street from the house here, hometown, for our T-Bird. How's that looking, Maddie?
Looks good, I think.
There it is. Yeah, our local sticker shop, Miller Graphics. They knocked these out for me kind of last minute. Come through for us. They did good. Talked to the guys out there for a while. Super cool place, and more than anything, top-notch, world-class facility in there. I walked in, this is a sticker shop and a wrap shop, and I walk inside and they've got freaking whole RVs and boats and famous people cars and all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah. Decal application satisfaction. I like that. All right, y'all, she's assembled, and man, minus a couple of small things we need to change, it is super sick. This thing is actually, nah, Maddie, you knocked it out of the park on this. This really turned out cool. Simple, just enough pop of color. The decals turned out cool. We're gonna eventually we're gonna find the right pad set for it, and she wants to get a number plate. But I couldn't be happier. What a super rad bike and it is a super rad bike, a 91 Haro Group 1, super cool, desirable bicycle. And with the cool parts and pieces we put on it, we made a sweet bike. I'm pumped. That heck of an addition to the collection here. Just kind of something we threw together. I've had this frame and fork for a year now, and it's just done nothing. We've been hanging up here and hanging in the rafters, as they say. Yeah, well, cool. Check her out. Do you some B-roll footage, and we're gonna load this junk up and finish putting stuff in the trailer and get ready to head to this bike show. All right, we're ready and loaded for the bike show. You You have no idea how pumped I am about this. I have been so excited. I get way more excited about this than car shows, I think. Just because it's fun. You get to take all your bikes out, and like me and Noah were talking, he was at Noah was helping me clean bikes earlier. Like, that's kind of the fun part. Like getting your bikes down, wipe them down, clean them up. Like when you're a kid, you get your toy out and play with it. I got my toys out and I'm playing with my toys. Yeah, loaded up. We got most of the collection in here. We talked about it, how many we were and weren't going to take, and we said, you know what? We got the enclosed trailer, we got stands. It's a long ride. It's a once a year thing. Noah convinced me. He said, show out, my dude. So I'm showing out. Last little project. This is a Diamondback I picked up at the show last year that I've been slowly piecing together, that I'm hoping to find some more parts and pieces for. Like we need a rear brake for it. That's not even nothing. I hate these tires. Maddie kind of likes them. Nah, I don't like them. So they're looking for a set of tires for this, the correct rear brake, maybe a minty set of white Wilgo pedals. But this is my only Diamondback. This is the first Diamondback I got. It's my only one. Trying to make it rad. It's got all Diamondback stuff on it. Every piece is correct for it. So just another project. We're gonna try to include that in the video. I think, actually not what I think. I told Maddie this. So this is what we're gonna do. So you just seen Maddie's Thunderbird bike. We said it needs a couple of things here and there. We would like to have a pad set for it. We might change this and whatever. Anyways, this is my Diamondback. This is my little current project bike that I've been tinkering on. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give Maddie 50 bucks. I'm gonna take 50 bucks. And we're gonna spend the day at the show scouring for the parts and pieces for our little project bikes. I think it'll be fun, and then we're gonna be there all day. So if we find a piece, we'll come back over, hang out, put it on the bike. I'm gonna take some tools. If I find a rear brake, I'm sure somebody will have a white caliper. My boy Tony will probably have a white caliper for me. Maybe I want some white. I don't mind the tires, but I don't like the solid white, and I don't like the wide tires. The 125 tires. I like the 175 tires, and I like the tires like these that have the gum wall on the side. Anyways, I'm rambling on. Got some cool junk from the garage that I display with the bikes. Obviously the Bandit Trans Am model, Maddie got me that. It's gonna go with the Bandit bike. I brought this is my Transformers lunchbox when I was a kid. I just usually pick a red bike in the garage with a shelf. Actually, it's been hanging up there with my brother's bike. So yeah, we'll put it with it, or we'll put it with this red Mongoose actually. 96 rock tag, kind of goes cool with the Bandit Trans Am deal. So we display that with that. I'll put a pink and purple bike together, put the purple boombox, and actually the boombox works, so just, we might have to go see what this baby takes. A bunch of them, whatever it takes. Might have to go get some batteries. I think we should.
My cassette collection.
I think shouldn't we? We totally should. Okay, I gotta go we're gonna wind up going to the Dollar General. Me and the wife get out in a little while, so remind me, I'll get some batteries. I'll open this so I don't forget right now. Sorry, on camera. I'm gonna take a picture of that and I'll get batteries. That would be sick. Good idea. Okay. All of our stands are strapped in. I'll show you guys my homemade stands. People usually like those, they're cool. We bought also some Amazon stands. Got some good Ryobi fans, battery powered fans. It's gonna be hot. Got the Easy Up. We're ready to head out. It's gonna be pumped. We're all freaking pumped. It's gonna be so fun. Weather should be nice, just gonna be freaking hot. There's gonna be cool bikes. There should be some food vendors. Next clip, jump in the truck with us and let's head to freaking Alabama and go play with our bike people, y'all. Let's go. All right, y'all, check us out. We made it to the bike show down here in Moody, Alabama, just outside of Birmingham. Actually passed Dega on the way here. I meant to call you, Maddie, and give you a Dega on the speakerphone. But yeah, we're set up. Got our bikes that we're entering for show candidates tagged up and whatnot. Already scored a couple cool parts and pieces. Sick, like crazy, actually, graphics matching redline number plate to my 85 redline. Wow, cool. This show is the best for that kind of crap. So like I said, we're about to kind of start. I've already seen a couple parts and pieces. We've walked around. Me and Maddie are gonna start on our little $50 challenge, see what kind of finishing parts we can get for our project. I've already bought a couple pieces, so not pertaining to my specific project though, so it doesn't count to the budget. I just bought random stuff. Yeah, so it's the people showed out this year. It was raining this morning. It was nasty the whole way here, but thankfully there's a ton of people are still pulling in, setting up. We did a walkthrough, and I feel like I need to go do another walkthrough. So anyways, hang out with us. We'll keep you updated. We're gonna put some of our little trinkets stuff out. We got some batteries for the boombox. Maddie brought some tapes. We're about to nerd out to the max. Okay, scored some more stuff. Pop's Bike Shop in the house, here in the flesh. Full booth set up. Maddie scored some red axle nuts to go on her bike. He had some super cool, you know these metal signs you can get everywhere. I'm sure you guys all got them in your garage, but like super cool BMX ones. Yeah, Pop's Bike Shop, check them out. Oh yeah, nice addition to the homie's bike.
Yeah, that looks great.
That looks great. Oh yeah. You know the deal with us and the dice. There's actually a guy a couple booths down that's got some purple clear ones. I'm probably gonna wind up getting those too. All right, y'all, found me a score. Might have showed you, but red line number plate for my red line with the correct decals. Like this is the correct number plate for this bike. Super sick, I love it. Had to throw the red dice on there, throw a little red with the blue. Sick, bro, I'm loving it. Bro, what? This Mongoose Californian just appeared. I asked this guy earlier. I brought like these three red bikes. So I was trying to trade around with them. I was trying to trade somebody like 3-for-1 deal, right? I was talking to this guy about it. Me and Maddie were both loving it. It's super cool because it's super ratty. It's got a freaking Hogan hanging off the back of it. It just has a grungy look. Talked to him a couple times about it. He was digging our vibe or whatever. So later I'm loading up and I hear this guy come walking over. I was like, hey, where's he at? And I'm walking out and he was like, here you go, man. And I was like, no, I got to give you something for it. And he's like, how about a high five? Literally, I got goosebumps talking about it, guys. It's such a cool, like, the vibe, people, my BMX peeps, man, y'all the real ones. That was too rad, man. This, just, I don't really know what to say. I hope whoever you are, you saw this, and maybe you will go to my YouTube and see this. Like, super cool, man. You really did something. We won the freaking raffle. We won some red light parts in the raffle. We got this could be blue stuff for the bike we got the number plate for.
C29. C29. All right. Second place. 90s race. In first place, the 90s race, C168. 66.
Bro, my Mach 1 freaking won a prize. Second place. Come on now. Yeah. All right, y'all, we are loaded up, ready to head home. Y'all, check this out. My childhood GT won second place out here. I am so pumped for this. This is too freaking cool. This literally is just, we had the coolest day today. Like, seriously. Somebody gave us a Mongoose California just because he thinks we're cool dudes, and now my GT wins us a trophy. Yo, let's go. Oh, check this out. One last thing for the intro. Pop's Bike Shop stops by, says, hey, you got to put this in your video. He won a trophy too. Sick. Pop's Bike Shop out here showing out for the people, for the BMX people. He won a super cool trophy with this sick Challenger. Yeah, super cool that he's here. Just want to shout him out again. Super awesome. Super great group of people. Okay, real quick, let me show you the treasures we scored at the show. It's always my favorite part, as I told y'all. Early 80s Huffy ST3 ST Racing super rad frame and bar set. Got to find a head stem for it and a wheel set, which I think I got some stuff in stock for it. Coolest thing of all, this is the one I talked about in the video. The guy donated, we're going to call donated this to us. Liked our vibe or whatnot, and I was talking to him about it. I loved it. This super ratty 84 Mongoose Expert. Unbelievable. I still can't believe it happened. The coolest thing, got Mr. Hogan chilling on the back. Old school Skyways. We've already talked. I think we're just going to polish it up and put a couple of pieces on it and just leave the rattiness. This might be Jolene's bike. I truly hope the guy that gave me this bike sees this. You have no idea how appreciative I am of this and what you did when you gave me this. Super rad. Dude, you're the best. Also, won some cool redline parts in the raffle. Sick for my redline. Bought some green Welgos, green ODI bar ends for the Sprite bike. Didn't work out. Probably showed you, but got the redline number plate. So we're going to put our newly acquired redline parts on our redline and we'll be styling. Super stoked I won these in a freaking raffle. We're using Salty Captain Grease Attack to clean up this old bike. It works on everything. last thing, chilling on the new Dirt Jumper 9000 here. Project bike budget. T-Bird, $50 budget. Found some cool red axle nuts. Got 38 bucks left on that. Still need, or would like to get, some red chainring bolts. We need the darker color. The correct rear brake. It needs the correct early 90s style pit bull or die comp style rear brake. I mean, it's got an early die comp style. It needs like a pit bull on it, whatever. Pad set, number plate. We're gonna rad the number plate up and that a bit. She wants a red lever, tie some more red in, and a set of the clear grips like you seen me put on my GT. Got a cool idea for that based on some other things we got going on with the clear grip idea. So yeah, there's where we're at. Yeah, Diamondback was a bust, didn't find anything. I was only looking for some small things and it wasn't what I was exactly looking for. I was hoping to find like an actual NOS rear brake for it like I have on the front, so at least have that going for it. Maybe a decal set, that was kind of far-fetched. A set of tires because I do not like the tires that are on it, but they didn't have there exactly what I was looking for, so I'm just gonna order online the tires I had in mind for it. I was actually open-minded to if I found like the right spoked wheel set to put a spoke wheel set on it, but those OG Skyways are pretty cool on it because they are same year stamped as the bike, or they're 1 year off. Anyway, so that's where we're at on project bike budgets. We'll keep you updated on that. We're gonna go ahead and finish out our want to buy stuff for the T-Bird bike because it is so freaking insanely cool that I'm dying to finish it out. So we're gonna get some hot parts coming from our friends at the local bike shops. You know, Pop's Bike Shop might have something for us out there. Pork Chop, Planet BMX, we use all of them, shout them all out. We're so thankful to even have these resources to buy parts for our bikes. Hey, thanks for hanging out at the bike show with us. Appreciate it. I know you guys seem to be loving the bike content. You know we'll keep it coming. So once again, appreciate you hanging out. Like, subscribe, drop some comments on this bike video. Stick around for the next one, and for sure, stay rad.